Hello Trail Dogs! This time on YouTube's most seldom seen mountain biking channel, we take a break from mountain biking, mostly because I'm injured, and instead we're going to take a look at the world of professional mountain biking. Yes, if this was the world of pornography, this week we are going to be looking at the professionals instead of, well, what we do, which I guess if we're talking about that, we're the kind of more gonzo end of the market. We are indeed going to look at the last round of the UCI Downhill World Cup from Mont Sainte Anne. My name is Gary, welcome to One by Bikes. Yes, Trail Dogs, not a word of a lie, I did have a pretty big off. In fact, here is a reconstruction of it. It mostly went like that, well, except without the comedy boings, but it was very, very big, very, very sore, and I have been troubled by it ever since. So let's have a look at the last round of the World Cup. Now, I know it was a couple of weeks ago, and I know we have had Red Bull Rampage since then. However, I don't want to talk about Rampage for a couple of reasons. One, I'm not really qualified to talk about Rampage. I'm not saying I'm qualified to talk about downhill either, but Rampage is more of a subjective thing. It's down to the judges. What I think might constitute a great run, the judges probably won't think constitutes a great run. We differ. Whereas with downhill, it is you against the clock. Everyone runs the same course, and it's the fastest to the bottom that wins. Another thing with Rampage, and this is where I struggle with it. As far as I'm aware, Rampage is a celebration of free riding. Now, free riding, as I understand it, is taking a bike out into the wilderness and it is riding that bike down whatever the wilderness has to offer. Rampage of late has become more of a slope style event. You have some amazing, utterly fantastic riders risking their lives to do amazing tricks whilst riding down the side of a mountain. But when you have someone like Emil Johansson or Emil Johansson, when you have someone like that entering a free ride event, you kind of know it's not a free ride event anymore. He's a slopestyle rider. He's one of the best slopestyle riders that has ever slung his leg over a bike. When he's entering a free ride competition, that's not free ride. Let me explain. I am biased. I do like Brendan Fairclough, but Brendan Fairclough's run from last year, 2024, I think is the epitome of free riding. Have a look at this.
He's always a fan favorite here at Rampage, and this line is sick. Can't wait to see this.
Just enjoy the bike control here on these top steep sections. His own unique path coming into this chute.
This gets so technical here. Cannot believe it. Wow.
Feel right.
Oh my gosh, how does he make that look easy? That's just incredible.
Here we go. Next feature is going to be that rock. You can see it on the left side of your screen now.
This jump into the rock is very tough to get perfectly, and he nails it.
It's like Trials Moto.
And he nails that as well. Brendog is so incredibly on it right now.
Okay, Nikolai, we have that canyon gap coming up, but it's got a new lip here.
Oh. Suicide no-hander. Oh my gosh.
Who needs those brakes?
It's loose out there, but he is controlling it. Like Cam said, we're approaching this canyon gap. Here we go.
Oh!
Flips the canyon gap and lands it perfect.
Absolutely perfect. Does not put a foot down. Here we go. Coming into a drop that Jordy Lund had started building back in 2018. Brendan finished it. Let's see if he can put it to the landing.
The legendary George shoot executed to perfection. Now I think he has a nice trick jump here.
I think he wants a flip rotation here. A flip variation, I should
Back
say.
flip, perfect.
I think he wanted to get a foot off there, but another backflip.
And I think Brendog is through to the finish line here.
Wow, it came
Incredible
together.
work, top to bottom.
Right, you notice when he's riding there, he stays off of the mostly manicured parts of the course. He rides the rough, the gnarly, onto boulders, down steep chutes. He got 11th for that. This is why I say Rampage, I love it and it's fantastic. But nearly all of the comments to do with Rampage said he was robbed, he was robbed, he was robbed. This isn't free ride. This is crankworks in the desert. And I kind of agree. So don't want to talk about that. We want to talk about the last round of the UCI Downhill World Cup, which has been fantastic this year for a number of reasons. Let's take a look at them. So if we start with the juniors and the junior women, now I know a lot of you will be going, oh no, the juniors, junior women, this is going to be rubbish. No, not rubbish. On track now, we have Eliana Hulsebosch from New Zealand tearing it a new one. This girl has been pretty consistent all year long and just missed out on the top spot for the season. Cube Racing's Rosa Zierl has been dominant all season, but on this occasion she didn't win. Oh no, she didn't. Because just behind her, challenging her for every single point, has been Aletha Osgaard from the United States. She rides for Canyon. Let's have a look at Aletha right now. With a name like Osgaard, it sounds like Aletha should come from either Denmark or Norway. She comes from neither of those. She is in actual fact a Californian, and she has been there or thereabouts all year long. With riding like this, that comes as no surprise. She's pushed Rosa Zierl all the way and has in turn been pushed by Eliana Hulsebosch. Did she do enough to win today? You're absolutely right, she did. She did win today, but was it enough to win the overall victory? Unfortunately for Aletha, no, she did not. And Rosa Zierl pipped her to the championship win by a matter of points. Really close and interesting racing throughout the entire season, and Rosa Zierl is a bit of a surprise to me. Aletha Osgaard I kind of know about, and I cannot wait for her to come up and start racing in the seniors. That is going to be brilliant. Talking of someone else who will be coming up to the seniors this year, Asa Vermette. The junior men's category with Asa Vermette has been absolutely wonderful. They have been pushing each other like a bunch of lunatics with sticks. Asa Vermette has not had the greatest year, if truth be told. Coupled with that, the Oren twins, Max and Till, have been absolutely flying. Not literally, they ride bicycles, not aeroplanes. They have been on fire. Again, not literally, So it has been close racing-ish. When Ace of Amet's turned up to race, it's been close. But as said, he's not raced that well this year. So how would he get on coming into the final round at Mont Sainte Anne? With the championship hanging in the balance, Ace of Amet posted the fastest time and got to go last. Max Alran, his championship contender, posted the second fastest time and had just ridden down the hill. Max Alran needed to finish in the top 7 to assure himself of victory. Riding with an injured and dislocated finger, Max Alran bested the pain and managed to get himself down the hill in 3rd place. He was about 5.5 seconds off the pace, but it would be enough to beat Ace of Amet to the championship. However, Ace of Amet wasn't going down without a fight. He knew he couldn't win, but he knew he could always put on a show for the crowd, and this boy is such a crowd pleaser. He is so fast, his reflexes are like lightning. Again, not literally, but just enjoy this boy. And next year he will be coming up to race against the likes of Jackson and Bruni. Deserved wins there for both Rosazierl and Max Alran. Going to show that in order to win, you don't need to be good, but you do need to be consistent. Fortunately for Rosa and Max, they're not only consistent, but they're also a bit good as well. Now then, before we get on to the seniors, why don't we have a look at the course itself? Mont Sainte Anne has always been one of those tracks that I've always thought, I could give that a go. But let's have a look at Bernard Kerr giving it a go rather faster than I could manage. Okay then, so that's the course, and doesn't it look fun? Made even more fun by those shy and retiring Canadian fans. God, what a noise they were making. Right then, let's have a look at the elite women's category. It's been close all season, and here are the three main contenders. We have Gracie Hemstreet. I was going to say the little ginger pocket rocket. She is a little ginger pocket rocket. We've got Gabby's favourite, Tanya Seagrave, and we've got the reigning world champion, Valley Hill. Let's take a look at them. Valentina Hill there, doing to the course what she normally does to her competitors. That is to say, I will smash, and I will crush you, and I will crush you again. Oh, are you on the floor? Have I hurt you? Let me pick you up so I can crush you again. Right, the race that was, or the race that wasn't. Tanya Seagrave, realising that she was going to finish third in the overalls, didn't compete. She cited fatigue, she cited mental stress, and if you're in third, you're in third. She called it a day, didn't race. Valley Hill was assured the win, and she went at it like a pit bull with a rag doll. And that's pretty much what she did until she got to the rock garden section, where she stopped. Because she flatted on the front. And you may be able to get down with a flat on the back. You are not getting down flatting on the front. But what about Gracie Hemstreet? Ouch. Let's see what happened to Gracie Hemstreet, shall we? Here we are, scrubbing off the final step down. She catches an angle and spears off straight into the crowd. Eesh. The reverse angle shows it in more detail. Scrubbing, landing a little bit peculiar, and then there's nothing she can do. She's along for the ride as a passenger, straight into the crowd. Fortunately, the little ginger pocket rocket survived admirably, as you can see here. Unfortunately, someone in the crowd did not fare as well and suffered a broken leg. Not so good. The race itself, Marine Cabirou won. The overall championship, Valley Hill, smash, crash, won the overall championship. Gracie Hemstreet, after surviving her massive off, came in second, and Tanya Seagrave, after not riding at all, came in third. Right then, we've done the ladies. Let's not go there. Let us go and have a look at the men. on to the race itself. Dropping in third, Jackson Goldstone knew that a win would be his best chance of securing the overall championship. Sitting 100 points behind Bruni, a win would give him 300 and then give Bruni all the work to do. Now, being a lighter rider, Jackson Goldstone thrives best when the going gets rough. Unfortunately, Mont Sainte Anne isn't that rough. However, Jackson Goldstone made up the most of it over the rougher sections and, at the end, came across the line in first position. Now it was up to Bruni. But Bruni was nowhere to be seen. Eventually, the start official removed the timing stick and it was over. Jackson Goldstone had won. But what happened to Bruni? Bruni admitted later on in the day that he'd taken a big injury in practice and didn't think he was able to beat Jackson Goldstone to first. So he got back on the gondola and rode back. Unfortunately, he missed the winning ceremony. Fortunately for us though, he will be racing next year. And guess who else is going to be racing next year? Jackson Goldstone and Asa Vermette and the Oren twins. And in the elite women's category, I hope being fit for the entire year will be Iris van Leuven. She is a nutter, something to watch out for. Right then, that's about the end of our, I suppose, season review of 2025. Certainly the last race of 2025. It's been a fantastic season. Unfortunately, we've got to see next to none of it because Warner Brothers, who own the rights to show it, have hidden it behind not one, but two paywalls. So, yeah, Warner Brothers, 2 paywalls. Next year, hopefully they'll change things, and next year all of us will be able to watch it. That's it for this time. If you've enjoyed this little review, give us a thumbs up. You could even leave a comment to tell us what you think about the racing itself. You could subscribe. Why don't you subscribe? Anyway, that's it. All that leaves for me to say now is, my name is Gary, so you don't have to be.